Hey, thank you so much for coming to the studio. Today we are going to finish the 4-part tutorial of drawing the portrait in pencil and answer the daunting question, when is a piece of artwork actually finished? Coming up.
We are who we are. Why don't I be me and you be you? We're spreading color around us. We're lighting up the sky.
Timothy here, and thanks again for coming to the studio. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button because we do everything from airbrush to pencil, pastel, tutorials, lessons. We have all kinds of advice for artists and tech gear for artists. So please hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon. You'll be alerted and not miss any of our episodes. Now let's jump into the video. Whenever I am at this end stage of a painting or drawing, I always look at it and say to myself, what stands out? What stands out here is the hair. So the hair, although is true to my reference, is too busy. I want the focus to be on her eyes and her lips. So as you can see here, I'm basically reworking, maybe generalizing the hair a little bit, sort of de-emphasize, but not lose its importance and detail for the overall portrait.
Keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, what you do.
Of course, I am utilizing my darkest dark with the 6B and doing the generalized tones with the mechanical pencil. But definitely the 6B is very important at this stage to create some dark accents. Also the stump here to pretty much smooth this out, de-emphasize a lot, and then for some highlights I'll also use the mono eraser. Very sparingly I will use the white pastel in the hair.
About anyone or anything that brings us down. We shouldn't care about anyone who brings us down. Doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like, do what you like to do, do what you like to do.
When generalizing part of a painting, in this case the hair, you want to keep moving around, looking for the bigger shapes, being real selective as to what small details you will put in.
What you like to do, do what you like, do what you like to, what you like to do.
Jackson Pollock was once asked, how do you know when a painting is finished? And his answer was, how do you know when you're finished making love? I think this was a very interesting answer because it's only the artist that knows when the actual work is finished. It's this intangible, but it's that moment when you say to yourself, okay, there's no more I can do to make it better. I accept its limitations. I'm going to move on to the next piece. So I really think Jackson Pollock was on the money with his answer.
The way that you shake your head in full denial of the truth. Didn't get a chance to say it loud. Your secrets kept you pushing down, disavow. When he was knocking on your door, nobody got in. Now when you're screaming.
Remember, just because you're de-emphasizing and generalizing a little bit doesn't mean that you omit important little details that are crucial for describing form. So make sure you don't overgeneralize.
This is far from the end. You're gonna be back for more. All this silence, dear old friend, come to push you to the bitter end.
Remember, there's the perfect tool for each job. These supplies I have developed using over years of working in this method are in the description field below. This way you can go ahead and purchase them. They are affiliate links, so I do get a small commission if you do so. If you're going to purchase them anyway, I'd really appreciate it.
This is far from the end. You're gonna be back for more. This is far from the end. You're gonna be back for more. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Remember, when de-emphasizing an area, you want to use the highlights as sparingly as possible. I remember Ingres, the French neoclassicist painter, said that you should use white as sparingly as ultramarine.
This is far from the end. You're gonna be back for more. This is far from the end. You're gonna be back for more.
Only in the very latter stages of a drawing will you see me use this pencil here. It's a 0.3 lead. It's perfect for hairs, really tight details, but you would never see me using this as an all-purpose pencil because the leads are very delicate. They break very easily and they leave a very harsh line.
Reform and rise to be so free. In time we seize infinity. Growing love. Hello, my borders. Hello again. You're out of order. I'm out of pain. We're closing.
I want you to notice that now that I'm further into this last stage of the drawing, you can see the hair still has nice form and the right amount of detail, but it doesn't compete with what I feel is the star of the actual drawing, which is her eyes and her mouth.
And rise to be so free. In time we seize infinity.
At this stage of the game, when using white to have the highlights of the hair, make sure that the point is really sharp. A dull point on the white pastel will give you a weak, almost too fat of a line. So make sure that your white pastel pencil is very sharp.
I will be fighting to hold the line. We're never hiding, we never lie.
I have also noticed that the shoulder is not as developed as I would like it to be. I believe it's underdeveloped and doesn't go with the rest of the portrait. So now I'll be going ahead and re-emphasizing the lights and using the stump to blend in the white pastel to give a better sense of skin texture.
Yeah, ready to be whole.
Always remember that skin is not smooth, it's quite blotchy. So when you are painting skin or drawing skin, make sure you keep that in mind. You don't want it to look like a piece of chrome or a robot. So make sure that you keep in mind that the skin is in fact blotchy and uneven.
And I'll be coming home. This is
I mentioned earlier my rule: if you close your eyes and look at your drawing or painting, whatever stands out first usually is something you have to de-emphasize. So right now I'm simplifying the light and mid-tone areas of the portrait. At the very end of a painting or drawing, what I like to do is sometimes step back away from the drawing or painting, then write down perhaps 5 things that I could do to make it better. And then I go back into the drawing or painting, checking off each of the items and seeing if that works. Most likely it will. Survey the whole drawing, look all around, check the details, and continue adjusting, making sure that you remember what is the star of your drawing. In my case, is the eyes and the lips. In your case, it might be something different, but always want to make sure that you keep your priorities in line when working in the latter stages of your drawing or painting. With my drawing method and the supplies that I use, not one instrument is more important than the other. Each is crucial in creating a drawing in this manner. So make sure that you purchase these particular products because I guarantee they will make your drawings that much better. Now, as I'm completing this particular drawing, I am starting to feel like it is balanced. That is a work of art that basically I can feel good about. Now, do I feel like it's perfect? No, there are some things that you would like to change, but you can't. You have to accept limitations in each work of art. But the thing is to move on to the next piece, learning from this one and growing as an artist. There she is, a portrait of Maisie. This completes our tutorial and I hope you enjoyed it. So I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, the 4-part series, how to draw the portrait in pencil. I had a lot of fun doing it with you, and I hope you got something from it. Question of the day, when you're doing a drawing or painting, at what point do you feel that it is done? Is it any kind of telltale signs? I would love to hear about it in the comments section below. So, once again, thank you so much for coming to my studio. There are a couple of playlists right over here, and that would be pretty cool if you go ahead and check them out. How to paint the portrait in airbrush. We have some lenses and just all kinds of really cool things for you to check out. So next week we'll start a new drawing tutorial and part 7 of how to paint the portrait in airbrush. Thanks so much for coming by. You take care.